suck. Why'd you have to eat the random shit off the ground, Dusty? You're a space cat and you're still not smart enough. I defeated that nevi in the rift plane. How'd I cross over into the city? Are you feeling better yet, Dusty? I'm gonna need you. Oh, you're just throwing me into the next mission? Oh, that sucks. I don't have time. Following orders?
Correct. If you continue the reckless behavior displayed thus far, you've placed our lives and the lives of our citizens in jeopardy. We must act as one.
Hold on there, pal. I get that you saved me back there, and I'm grateful for that. Really. But even if Dusty was a little off his game today, me and this guy are a team. We'll be fine on our own.
How are you finding Vindicentry? Is that it? There's so much to do in the big city.
I love it, but what are you doing here, Gaddy? Or Gade? I don't know why I called you Gade, Gaddy. I thought I brought back all the city.
You did, but I figured I'd come by and say goodbye before your big trip.
Big trip? Am I going somewhere? And what do you mean by goodbye? Okay, I've decided I want to find the rest of these, of the Traveler stuff while during the time I can, like, you know, talk for them. Because I'm going to be recording this here in a moment anyway, like a full episode. So, you know, I'm going to find where this couple is at. Apparently some of them are they're in the Rift Plains as well. I need to remember how to get back there, but anyway. It's that girl and her cat again. She's looking at me funny. If she can see me, maybe she can see my husband too. I know you can't hear me, but let me tell you about him. He was doing research on gravitational fields. It was his calling in life. I was always so lonely, sitting at home waiting for him to come back from the lab. Sometimes I even thought about leaving him. But now that he's really gone, I miss him so. It felt good to get that off my chest. I hope I can run into you again, some.
In theory, you could suddenly disappear again and reappear somewhere else. Your perception of time seems to differ from that of my own.
Oh, yeah, about that. It's actually been a while since we last spoke.
Is that so? From my perspective, it's impossible to perceive such a phenomenon. That must be quite the curiosity from your point of view.
Yeah, it's a little weird. You're gone one second, then there the next. We keep meeting in the strangest places, too.
It would appear my attempts to artificially produce gravitational energy gave rise to a dense gravitational field that warps space-time.
Perhaps if artificial gravitational energy and warping of space-time? That must have been quite an experiment. Oh, it's you. I was hoping I'd run into you again. Let me tell you something interesting. A long, long time ago, There was a man who climbed all the way to the top of the pillar, at the center of the world. He said there was a beautiful castle there, and he was treated as an honored guest for many moons, until the day he decided to climb down and go home. But of the people he had left behind, he was gone for only a day, despite the fact he spent years in the castle. No one believed he had climbed the pillar. Now, knowing this, imagine if he had climbed down the pillar instead of up. What would have happened when he returned home? I don't think the story would have had a happy end.
Dense gravitational field that warps space-time, perhaps. If I can find my wife, I can come up with a way to stop the effects. My thinking is if we could reproduce the effects, the exact effects of the experiment, we might be able to return things to normal. Of course, that won't be easy, seeing as how I lost all my equipment in the accident.
It's hard to keep up with this conversation. Yeah, that's too bad.
But you have given me hope, Cat. I have never been one to believe in fate before, but I cannot believe our meeting was mere...
Wait, you said something about a wife. I think she might be... Wait, why can't I remember? Does she lose her memories of them as they disappear, but gain it all back once they reappear? Well, I need to find my way back to the Rift Plains.
I guess this is probably a bit of dialogue I should read. He said, Cat, there you are.
You brought that pipe with you too? I didn't know this is what you meant by moving. There goes the neighborhood.
I thought you'd be happy to see me. That's just like young people. No respect for their elders. You'll grow old and be lonely like me someday.
Better stop him before he starts to cry. I'm sorry. Hey, it'll be fun living so close together. I always wanted someone sitting on a pipe to talk to.
That's the spirit. It'll be just like old times. Hey, I'll even reopen the gateways to the Rift Plains, just for you, neighbor.
But why would I want to go back there? I never got killed the first time around. Well, I do want to go back there, so... Special... Wait, why did it say special? Well, it's all the same. What was the first one? The ruins, right? That's where I want to go. Do we really need this to go back in there? I don't know how you would even think that they're out here when the game tells you, oh, you need to go back. How many times have we met like this? Every time you go away, I pray that you'll come back to me. I bet you think there's only the one pillar, but I'll let you in on a secret I discovered while wandering the world. There's actually another pillar with its own world around it, its own people living there. It's similar to this one, but a little different. If that other pillar exists, does that mean there might even be more out there somewhere? If only you could hear me. I'm sure you believe me, and... Apparently her husband is all the way down here. Down at the bottom of this thing. I don't think this is the right thing. That might not be it either. No. Okay, well, I'll find him one way or another. What? Oh, what the hell?
This is not what I was looking for. You're that strange nevi that's supposed to be in that trophy? Oh, you do a lot of damage, do you? So you're the mini-boss, huh? You're gonna kill me if I'm not careful. That didn't work? What the hell do you mean it didn't work? Get away from it now. I can't look at the hall when the trophy pops up right after it. Okay, never mind. I guess I can look at the hall, because it's right here. You know, if I just do this... Wow. Well, I can see this being a way to grind stuff out. That is not what I thought I was going to find. The only reason I came down here is because Kat said something about it. That's the only reason I'm down here. Oh. At least I'm coming here for good purpose. Signor, listen.
But I was in the middle of explaining. Oh, did I disappear again?
Yes, and I really want to ask you something. Have you ever remembered meeting someone you've never met before? Ever since meeting you, my memories have been jumping all over the place. I think I may have met your wife, but I can't be sure. Ugh, this is so frustrating.
You saw her. Was she okay?
I think so. I only saw her the one time, though. At least, I think I did.
Perhaps every time you run into one of us, something happens to distort your perception of the natural flow of time. Time as we know it flows forward. Cause and effect. A causes B, which causes C. But what if...
He disappears right away when he's about to get to the point. I guess I'll just have to find him again. And now I can leave this place. Do we need to fight the boss again? I really hope I don't have to fight the boss. There is no way he was right here the whole time. If I had just not... There's no way he was here the whole time. How did I miss him? How? Hang on.
A causes B, which causes C. But what if A went straight to C, or C went back to A? What if there was nothing to put in place that said that time had to flow forward?
But what would happen?
Well, you could have your memories of something that hasn't happened yet, or you might not remember something that had already happened. In any case, if you've seen my wife, it means she might still be alive and trapped in the same...
I wonder if that's it. I always thought time was fixed, but maybe he's right and gravity can mix it up. Don't fucking do that shit to me. Why? Screw that guy, alright? He was an asshole. Serious asshole. I don't know how I even got to this part. What the hell? How long have I wandered this world, I wonder? When I was a child, my mother told me about people who were taken away in gravity storms, only to come back like nothing ever happened. They said that when they entered the storm, they were surrounded by a bright light before losing consciousness and drifting to sleep. When they reawakened, they were back in their homes. Sometimes I wonder if this was all a dream too. Maybe if I can wake up, I'll be back with my husband, and everything will be back to normal. Where could he be? Why can't I wake up and go home? If somehow you can hear me, I hope you can find... If you mean find your husband, I sure have tried multiple times. Now I have to fight this fucking thing for real. You're just not gonna hit. Great. Get back there. I was honestly wishing it would just make me fight Raven again, since I hadn't even fought this fucker before. Something with the thinnest ass head. Oh my god. Oh, why? What do you... Fuck off. Where did it even go? Now we know how that boss fight would have gone, would have just been shitty. Yeah, considering the placement of this person, there is no way you would get this your first time coming in here. There is just no way. So these people have to show up, like, after your first go. She might still be alive and trapped in the same state I am. I'd do anything if I could just let her know that she's not alone. If only I hadn't gotten her involved. She was the only one who stood by me, by my side, while everyone else laughed at me. By the time I thought I was right. While your research does seem a little far-fetched, creating artificial energy and bending space-time, can you blame people for not understanding? No, I suppose I can't. But my research was for all of them. I thought I could save the world from impending disaster. You see, the world... Disaster? You mean like the gravity storms and the nevi and all that? Or something else? Well, that we're not gonna find out for a while, because apparently there's another area. Alright, this is the last thing of the couple that we can do until basically the end of the game. Are you the same girl who could see me from before? I met someone who looks just like you, but she was wearing a robe and looked just like a princess. Oh. I kept running into you, but I still can't find my husband. Is something keeping us apart? I know there's nothing you can do, but if you can somehow hear me...
And you have left with possibly the most interesting info thus far. With that there is possibly another version of Cat out there that is wearing some possible ceremonial robes. Or just robes. Now I need to find out where the hell the secret boss is. Please go somewhere, anywhere, let's go. God. Don't. Just don't. Don't fucking do it.
happens a lot. I'm the biggest fan of how you have all this spread around. So in my opinion, probably the best way to farm these gems is because it seems like you get 1,000 from each little special enemy you kill. At the moment, I have no idea if you can farm these guys, but if you can farm them, just farm the first one and get an easy 1,000 off that. Just get an easy 1,000 off the first one, and there you go. Just farm it up. I'm not seeing any more spawn, so... Just that's that.
'Cause every